Welcome back to Adesa Auto Auctions here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Alan Taylor. You've always wondered what Bob Seger looks like. Well, here he is. Oh, no, it isn't. It's Paul Seger. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great.
No relations, right?
No relations.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be sitting here.
Exactly. So tell us what you do.
I actually work for GE, and I lead the remarketing efforts for them.
So when you say remarketing, give us a little expanded view of that.
It's managing the off-lease portfolio for their core customers. So it's a commercial fleet business for the company, and when their drivers' vehicles mature, they come back through my team, and we remarket them through auctions around the country.
Okay, so some of the big clients like Mary Kay,
Sears, Roebuck, Johnson & Johnson, pharmaceutical companies, folks like that.
And these companies have huge staff. So on those, a lot of those people, as part of their perks, get a car.
That's correct.
And they got to keep that going.
It's either a sales perk, or a lot of times it's a tool for them just to operate their position. So on the service side, they may need it to actually go out and fix appliances on the Sears side.
There you go. So commercial vehicles along with passenger cars and trucks.
Yes.
And then what kind of numbers are we talking flow through your world?
Well, we'll sell over 100,000 cars this year.
Wow. And these have all been financed through GE?
All been financed and managed through our lease programs.
So we were talking to one of the analyst guys here at Adesa. What kind of trends are you seeing happening here lately? Is it moving upward for your
Yeah,
side?
we're seeing, we went through a turbulent time, and what we're seeing now, a lot of our core customers, their businesses are doing well, so they're replenishing their inventories. A lot of them held fleets of vehicles, and now they're cycling them out. So we're seeing good things, a lot of positive trends.
Now, do you have a certain number of miles you allow them to put on, just like any lease?
Yeah, it varies. It varies by customer and what type of vehicles they drive. On the service side, because they have to upfit vehicles and put racks and different pieces of equipment on those tend to stay in service longer because they have that investment. But on the sales side, those vehicles cycle 60, 70,000 miles average.
Yeah, because as a buyer, I was a car dealer for years, there were certain buzz numbers that hit me. And as I saw a car that had 30,000 miles or less, I'm more apt to go, all right, I'll spend a little harder on that one. And I know all these dealers know about this, but as a certain, get up to the higher numbers, and I start to pull back a little harder. So that's why I personally was wondering, how do you make those decisions?
Sure. Well, you try, again, 100,000 miles nowadays is kind of the line that nobody really wants to cross over that. But to be honest, the quality of vehicles nowadays are much better than they were years ago.
Well, and I was going to say that because I saw one earlier with 108, and I thought 108, it's got another 100,000 to go. People with less income these days are more apt to buy a car if it's kept in good shape with a little higher miles on it, because the cars do just last longer.
And on the fleet side, commercial fleet side of the business, majority of our customers participate in our fleet management maintenance program. So these vehicles are regularly have oil changes, maintenance done to these vehicles. So even though it might have 70, 80,000 miles on them, they're a great car.
Yeah. See, that would make a big difference to me. If I knew there were service records, I knew somebody kept true to it, then when I go to my customer and say, look, here's what you got going on. These guys didn't just use the hell out of it, they actually kept it serviced like it was their own. Because that's the old thing about, oh, it was a lease car, oh, I don't know what they did to it. But you guys are changing that with this service plan.
Absolutely. Another thing we do, we're partners with Carfax, so anything that ever happens with the vehicle during the term of the lease, that gets communicated to Carfax. So from a consumer's perspective, they can come in and run a Carfax report, and they know they're buying a good quality car.
Well, there you go, remarketing, and he's going to sing a little song on the way out. Some Bob Seger. We got no Bob Seger?
No.
Oh, that's right. It's Paul Seger.
Paul Seger.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me. I'm going to be back in a minute with more from Adesa.